LeeCreates, and I'm actually about to show you how to make this wrap and tie top. I've seen it like on Instagram and like I think I've seen it on I can't remember. I've seen it a couple places. But what you're gonna need is some fabric, measuring tape, pins, and some fabric scissors. Alright, so the first thing you're gonna do, if you're making this for yourself, take that measuring tape, start it with the number 1, of course, take it around your neck, and you're gonna like crisscross it so it can go over your bust area. You're gonna crisscross it that way, and you're gonna get your measurement like from right under your bust. I added like a little, I think an inch to each side, just so I can have some leeway for seam allowance. So this is what I got on myself. Now I am currently pregnant, if you can't tell in this video, so I'm actually going to be doing this on a mannequin, but I'm going to show you my measurements first just so you know how to do it for yourself. And then the next measurement you're going to need is under bust. So you're going to measure under your bust to get that measurement. Now since, like I said, I am using my mannequin dress form, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to do that same thing, but I'm just going to do it on top of the dress form. Alright, so I forgot to mention this part. You have to measure how wide you want the halter part that's going to go and cover your bust area. So you just measure how wide you would like it, and that's basically what I did. So now you're just going to take that fabric and you're going to open it all the way up. I bought a lot of it, so bear with me. I'm trying to open it all. And then what you're going to do is take your measuring tape, and you're going to get that measurement from the one we did around your neck to cut to go down to a little bit under your bust. You're going to measure that all the way out, all the way down, and then once you get to the measurement that you had for that, you're going to like fold the measuring tape over a little bit and cut that part. I'm about to show you in a minute. Alright, so this is the part I was talking about. So you cut it across just a little bit, and then you take that measurement you got from the part where you're covering your bust, how wide you like it, and you're going to continue to cut across from that same little snip that you made in the fabric. Alright, now from that area, you're going to start cutting up back towards the top where the beginning of the fabric is, and it should leave you with something like this. This was on the fold, so yeah, so it should leave you with this strip, and you're going to actually take the pins and you're going to pin up the one side that is not on the fold. side. So I pinned it, and you're actually going to sew on that one side. Alright, so on this part, you're going to cut out your underbust measurement. You're going to cut across and back up to the top just like you did the halter area, which should leave you with a strip like this. I wanted it narrower, so I cut out 2 different pieces the same exact way. But follow these steps. I'm going to use these for the tie back later, you'll see. You're going to pin up both sides, and then once you finish pinning them, you're just going to go ahead and sew up both sides. Alright, so right here, I'm taking both of those strips that I've created and turning them right side out, so basically to show the sparkly part. This is the underbust area, as you can see, because it has stitches on both sides. And you're still going to do that same thing with the halter part. Only difference is, like I said, one side is on the fold. But then you're going to take it and you're going to press those seams so that it'll be straight and there won't be any bulk under it. And it'll make it nice and flat. Alright, so basically we're just taking this, testing it to see if it's to the length I want and if it's covering as much of my bust as I would like it. You would do the same thing on yourself even if you don't have a dress form or a mannequin. Besides pinning yourself, please don't do that, don't hurt yourself. But you're going to take it and wrap it around your bust area and bring it down to the length that you measured and make sure it's exactly how you would like it to be. You might have to stretch it a little bit and play with it, but just make sure it's to where you want it to be. Now you're going to take your underbust strip and wrap it around. Once again, you're doing the same thing on yourself if you don't have a mannequin. Make sure it's not too much fabric in the back. If you need to snip off a little bit, please do so, but don't take too much off the back at once. Take maybe a ½ inch off because you still need some seam allowance for sewing your ties together. So right here, I actually just decided I wanted a little bit of a pleat or dart in the front. Not like a perfect one, but just something to make it come out, like show a little bit more of the triangle in the middle. And then you're going to sew right across so that it attaches the halter part to the underbust. So this is what I was telling you about earlier, how I made my first underbust part too wide. I'm going to take those 2 strips that I had, fold them in half, and pin it. These are on the fold, so you're only going to pin one side on each of the strips. And then you're going to sew up each side. I ended up actually adding like a diagonal tip where you just cut off the edge of it, and instead of it being square, be triangle. You don't have to do that. You can do it square as well. I just did it because I thought it looked more like a tie. So you're going to do that to both of the tie backs, and I'll end up showing you how to attach them. Okay, so there's an end on each side that's not connected. I had already sewed it, so pretend that's not there. And what you're going to do is attach the tie back pieces to both ends so that you'll have the ties that you can tie together. And you do it like such. Pretend this is the end that doesn't have a piece where they're not connected yet. And the other part is a tie back. The little dashes are the stitches, and where it says open is an opening, it's a hole. So you're going to take it, and one part's going to be sparkly. You're going to take the wrong side of the other one, push it through, it'll be tunneled on top of each other. So it'll be like two thick layers. You're going to sew around. Don't sew across. You need an opening like such, but sew around. And then you're going to flip the one piece inside out, which should bring both of them together on the right side. If I didn't explain that good enough, if you need a video, comment below and I'll make a video specifically for how to attach tie backs. But here, I told you once again, I did diagonal because it looked more like a tie back. So I'm going to take that opening that I was telling you about, close it up by folding it over, and then I'm just going to stitch on top of that. And that will close both of the ties. You do both of them the same way. Alright, so when you're done, you should have something like this. Alright, you guys, and this is the finished product. It came out really cute. I hope you guys like this tutorial. If you do decide to make this, please take some pictures. And if you have an Instagram, make sure you tag me. It's at LeeCreates, but with 2 S's. If you want any more tutorials, make sure you comment below. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Hope you guys like this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.